Welcome. In this video, I'm going to provide you a demo inside the Ripyl platform so you can see what it looks like. We've just refreshed the layout of the platform to make it even easier to find what you need, so I'm excited to show you around. When we talk about the Ripyl platform, this is your secure online platform that houses all Ripyl resources for you to access through the web or an app. You can sign up for access to the platform as a monthly or annual subscription. If you haven't signed up yet, you can access our different plans or subscriptions through the pricing tab up here. But if you've already registered, simply click on the sign in button here at the top. So now we're headed into the Ripyl platform. As I mentioned, we've just refreshed the layout, and resources are now organized by curriculum concepts to help you plan and deliver engaging business lessons faster. Here is the new library of resources. It's organized by core concepts like accounting and finance, business operations, economics, entrepreneurship, and so on. You can simply click into one of those or come up here and click on the library of resources, as I'll do now. Ripyl resources are teacher-led activities that are designed to supplement what you're already teaching, not replace it. So if you've already planned your curriculum, don't worry. Our resources are great for adding in activities to help your students consolidate and reinforce the concepts you're already delivering. They can fit seamlessly into your lessons. They're great for substitute or relief teachers, or if you're looking for a last-minute activity. Let's click into one of these concepts to have a deeper look. We will go into entrepreneurship. Within each concept space, you'll find different types of resources. Here we see lesson starters, case studies and spotlights, as well as topic-based activities. Now, I could either click on these arrows on the side here to find a bit more about each activity, or I could click on the activity type itself to pull up a bit more information. So we'll start here with lesson starters. Now, lesson starters are great 5 to 10 minute activities that can set the tone for class and energize your classroom. They can also be used as brain break activities mid-class. Case studies and spotlights are built around real-world examples to make learning practical. Because we're in the entrepreneurship space, these cases and spotlights link well to entrepreneurship concepts and to highlight entrepreneurs. Topic-based activities allow you to dive deeper into a topic that you and your students have been working on in class. They are great for introducing concepts, consolidating and reinforcing learning, and giving students the opportunity to apply their understanding to exciting, relevant, and relatable contexts. Having these different types of activities can help you pick and choose what works best to enhance your lessons, energize discussions, and help your students apply what they're learning in a real-world way. So that's a bit about what you'll see in each of the concept spaces. And remember, we can always go back on our left-hand nav to go back to our library of resources. Here again, we're seeing the full overview of the concept-based spaces. What we also see here are brief descriptions under each concept to help give you an overview of what's inside. Let's go explore one of the activities in a bit more depth, though. We'll go look at one in pricing and costs. Here, in this first topic-based activity, once we've clicked to open it, we see an initial overview, providing the teacher a bit more information. We can then scroll down to the presentation slides, which can either be used directly within the platform, as I'll show in a moment, or downloaded and integrated into a teacher's material. You can simply click through the slides here, or you can click on the 3 dots to choose to move to enter full screen. To get out of full screen, I'm just going to click Escape now. And you can see that within some of these slides, we have also embedded relevant videos to play directly within the presentation slides when relevant.
All right, so imagine.
In an activity like this, you can see that there are examples that students can easily comprehend and guided activities that teachers can use in class. After either introducing or reinforcing the concept with an activity like that, which has the information on the slide, there's an activity for students to work on using a context that is meaningful to them. Underpinning all Ripyl activities is the focus on ensuring that learning is dynamic, relevant, and fun. So activities like this allow your students to choose what they want to focus on while still highlighting the core concepts you need to deliver. Now, while this activity continues providing examples and activities for services and even web-based products, I'll scroll down and show the supporting materials that come with the ready-to-go presentation slides. Each Ripyl activity comes with dedicated teacher notes for easy guidance as you prepare to deliver this activity. They support the activity and the slides. They have been designed specifically to help support you and your class through the activities, so you have the confidence to deliver. This also means they are great for relief teachers if you can't make a class. Closing out of this, back in the platform, in the files for download, here we see this activity also has a dedicated board or worksheet that you can use with your students to help keep them on track and engaged. You can see here, the board provides some information to students to remind them of the key concepts and also aligns with those tables that were included in the presentation slide deck. So the alignment between the class activity, examples, and then the student choice activity is quite clear. We'll head back into the platform, and again, we can see that class activity and those tables that align with the board. Now, that was a little bit of a look at how resources are organized by concept in a topic-based activity, but back in our library of resources here, there are a couple extra spaces at the bottom that don't necessarily align just with specific curriculum concepts. You could introduce some design thinking challenges, which include everything from lesson starter type activities through out-of-the-box thinking tasks to help students build teamwork skills and focus on how to think rather than just what to think. Or if you're looking to integrate multiple core curriculum concepts, have a look at project-based challenges. Here we can see there are some 4-part and 10-part challenges, and we do actually have a few different lengths coming soon. So if we go look at one of these, let's go to a 4-piece marketing mix challenge here. We can see in the teacher overview in the platform, this challenge will allow students, again, to pick a context of their choice as they're exploring the 4 Ps. Again, helping provide students an opportunity to apply what they've been learning in a context that matters to them is going to be really exciting and engaging. You've got your ready-to-use presentation slides here. And if we scroll down, you'll see there are supporting notes and a student board for actually each of the 4 parts. Let's open the product board for part 1. So we can see on the slide here, the challenge, the 4 parts, and the product or solution ideation. We'll go open the product board. Here, students are again provided with a little bit of information and prompts on the board to help them work through the key steps while core curriculum concepts are highlighted in the prompts. Closing out of that and back into the platform, if you want to use one of the 10-part challenges, like the food truck challenge here, we actually find that teachers find these great to run across a full term or semester. And in this, again, you get those presentation slides, teacher notes, and boards for each of the 10 parts. Let's quickly look here. We're in part 1, and we can see we've got an initial activation activity that aligns with this topic about problem and opportunity. And then we quickly get to the first part of the 10-part challenge. We also see, though, that we have student and example boards. And these are available for download in the files for download, or you can simply just click on them quickly to have a quick look at what's involved. The student board is the one that students would fill in. They've got the prompts on it, but the example board provides the teacher and the students examples of how you might actually fill that board in. And we have found that teachers often like to have these example boards printed and posted in the class to help students see the kind of information that they can include. And again, you've got your notes, slides, and boards available in your files for download. Now, that last space back in our library of resources holds all of the lesson starters. We can see here in our lesson starters that there are some concept-focused lesson starters like entrepreneurship and marketing and brand, but there are also more generic activities as well. However, more generic doesn't mean we've thrown out the ability to highlight learning and skill development. If we go into Get Moving, we'll have a look at one of these, for example. So this activity here, Fold and Fly, this has student teams building a paper airplane to compete in class. But unless students have set goals or made sure that they're clear on performance indicators for winning, they might not actually build an appropriate plane. So these short, fun activities also provide you valuable teaching moments. Now, there's one more thing I'd like to show you when we're looking at what's available inside the Ripyl platform and how to navigate it. And that's this space up here called Connect and Discuss with Others. You can remember, again, we can click on any of the spaces on our left-hand navigation. So you don't need to start up at your community. We can go straight into Connect and Discuss with Others. Now, you can think of this space as your go-to feed to find out what's new, ask questions, share ideas, get inspiration, and just engage with other Ripyl members. In this space, you can add your own ideas, you can share photos or files, you can create a poll, or just simply post an idea. Keep an eye out here for ideas you can use in class without the presentation slide, like the Tuesday Try This activities. These are quick to use ideas that don't require much prep. We also love the real and current concepts that teachers can connect with what they're already teaching in class. I'll scroll down to one of these examples for a second to show what I mean. So this one here, Innovation on the Runway. This is a news article that was shared in here and some classroom ideas about how you can draw out those concepts and even something that you could do to get your students applying their learning to similar situations. Finally, as a Ripyl member, you can connect beyond that feed with other teachers. And up here, I can just click on this Meet Fellow Teachers space. I can even actually see who's online right now. When I click on this space, I will find the ability to connect with other teachers. I simply click on their icon. I can view their profile to see what they're interested in, and I can even start a chat, and that's with any of the other Ripyl members. Now, that was probably a lot, but hopefully it gives you a bit of an overview of what's inside the Ripyl platform and how to navigate. We hope to see you in there soon.